Hi, I'm Mark Alderman, and welcome to this week's Core Concept. The idea behind a weekly Core Concept is this. Somebody once told me that if everything's important, nothing's important. So the leadership team and I got together and we came up with 10 core concepts that we revisit every 10 weeks. So we have one weekly core concept, and then 10 weeks later we come back to it. So that's the most important thing to focus on during that particular week. This week's core concept is, how are we easier than our competitors? So easier is this. Overall, it's the amount of time that it takes, the number of steps. Now, other things can spill over into easier. For example, we've talked about quality, right? So defects are the enemy of quality, and that can make things more difficult. But ultimately, it's how prepared are you, right? It's our processes. How much time do we spend on making sure that we have the best possible processes in order to serve our customers and serve them in as few steps as possible? So an important aspect of being easier than our competitors is being able to reflect on our customers' experiences, and when a customer maybe spends a little bit too much time or has too many steps, is figuring out how can we maybe make things go a little bit quicker, maybe be more prepared for them. Here's a case in point. You set an appointment to either have your car serviced or come look at a car. At the typical dealership, what do you think happens in between the time that you set that appointment and you arrive for that appointment? You know what the answer is? Nothing. At most dealerships, absolutely nothing happens between the time the appointment is set and the time the customer arrives. Here's something that we can do. Do everything that we possibly can with the eye towards making this customer's upcoming visit as easy as possible for that customer and being as prepared as possible for that customer. In other words, we could ask them things that we would normally ask them when they were here in preparation for their visit to save them time. Also in service, we could check things like the service history. We could check for maybe bulletins. We could check to see parts availability on something that we might know needs to be addressed on their car. So these are just a couple of ways that we can make it easier to do business with Alderman Chevrolet Buick GMC than our competitors. The most important person in this entire process is the frontline employee. The frontline employee is the one, and when I'm talking about frontline, I'm not just talking about customer facing, because sometimes you're vehicle facing. So the people that touch the vehicle or touch the customers or both, you're our most important component, giving the feedback of how we can make things easier for our customers. And guess what else? Remember, the guest experience is never going to exceed the employee experience. So it needs to be an easy place to work. If you figure out something that makes it easier for Alderman Chevrolet Buick GMC to work for, you make sure you let leadership or myself know. So welcome to this week, and the core concept being, how are we easier than our competitors to do business with? And have a great week. Thanks for watching.